Devastating floods have been impacted by Typhoon Halong in the past few days, and you can help the rural communities right now by going to the GoFundMe link in this video description and help raise money for a very special cause. So let me give you some background as to why I'm making this video and how it translates to freeze drying. So first, I went up to Alaska back in June to do a profile of a new freeze drying company called Alaska Food Company. You can look them up right now. I've got a link in the video description. They started a freeze drying company to help the food instability in Alaska. Alaska has a very short window for agriculture, obviously, with a lot of the winter time and things. So what they've done is they've taken all the agricultural produce that growers make in Alaska, and they freeze dry it so that they can have more long-term fresh produce freeze dried and reconstituted to help out those farmers with excess produce that comes in during the harvest. The second thing that they want to do, a lot of Alaska is not accessible by road. You have to fly food in, you have to transport it by boat, and a lot of the communities are all rural. Like, these are people that don't have access to everything like a store just to go pick up some cucumbers or pick up potatoes, those types of things. So what Alaska Food Company did is they invested in commercial freeze dryers through Parker Freeze Dry, and they freeze dry all different types of recipes with solid nutrients, proteins, all that type of stuff to get it out to these rural communities. Now here's the connection point with what's happened right now with a huge natural disaster like what's happened with Typhoon Halong in these rural communities of Western Alaska. I'm gonna show you right now some pictures of what's happening in these rural communities. Now think about it. One, they might still be underwater, and secondly, think about trying to land a plane or trying to get access to a grocery store that's already been flooded. All that food has spoiled. So naturally, what has Alaska Food Company done in the past 2 years to invest in freeze drying? Now they can provide more fresh food through freeze drying that's already stored, and now they can get that fresh produce over to those communities. So here's how you can help. Number one is they are gonna be donating all of their mashed potato recipes and fresh produce that's freeze dried. Now here's a critical piece to freeze drying, is that if you want to reconstitute a dried product, you obviously got to put water back in there, but it's got to be fresh, clean water. If you're ravaged by a flood of all seawater, the water's now contaminated. So what do you need to do? You need to burn it off. So what they need, and what we're raising money for right now, is we're going to raise money so that they can go buy jet boil types of kits so that they can send with their freeze-dried product all of the different materials to boil the water for these communities. So that's what we're raising money for. We're gonna raise $5,000 to start with to get them enough money, Alaska Food Company, to go to those stores, buy the jet boils from Anchorage or Wasilla where they're based, and then they're gonna ship those with the freeze-dried food that they've got to help all those people there. So if you want to make an impact with your freeze-drying business, with your hobby where you love freeze-drying, you love how it can impact, this is a huge opportunity to help in an emergency communities that don't have access to fresh produce. So what a great way for the freeze-dried network and this community that we're building for the long-term sustainability of the freeze-drying industry for you to make that impact. So right now, I want you to go to the video description, click on the GoFundMe, and donate 5, 10, 50, whatever you want to do to this. Let's try to reach $5,000 as quickly as we can so that they can go and get those boil makers as well as the food directly to those communities. Leave a comment right now if you donated. I'd love to hear how much we're getting this out and fundraising for this community. Thank you.